Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is in your part of the world. Nice, beautiful day today. In the 80s, sunny, and nights aren't getting as cold now as they were a few days last week. So, pretty nice fall weather. See, we've got a few people in here. Hello, Ace. Hello, Rick. I'll try to make it a good one. Hello, Katie. Hello, Des. I think that's the guy across the road shooting. Hello, Arlene. Hello, Jonesy. Yeah, property across the road was sold a couple months back. And the guy comes and shoots. Just hope he's not shooting this way. Des been a member for 22 months. Thank you, Des. I appreciate that. Hello, the Moose. Thank you for dropping those links, Arlene. Hello, Bev. Hello, Sue. Well, looks like it should be a pretty good live today. Here we are 3 minutes into it. And I'm showing 17 people. Thank you, everyone. I was gonna take that off the screen so it's not blocking everything, but there it is. Hello, Jim. Yes, I believe you did have a gifted membership at one time, Reverend Joe. Hello, Austin. Well, the porch from the big house is the porch itself is done. They're working on the ramp. Just got a couple more boards to screw in the bottom of that and put the railing up on the other side, and then that would be done. And then I assume they'll put the lattice back up around the outside that they had to take down. But that's looking good. They haven't got started inside yet. Though he thought they were going to be in there the other day, but there was still heck of work to do on the porch, so they're getting that done first. So this week, they should be starting on the inside. You need to. Well, they raised up the front door, so they need to get some wood underneath the threshold of that. And then put the LVT down the living room. Then the kitchen is gonna. Well, hello, Domino. And the kitchen needs plywood put down. Then the LVT. And then same thing in the bedroom, bathroom, and the cat room. And bathroom door going from the bedroom into the bathroom. I'm going to have them turn that around so it swings in. And that'll need to be raised up. Then the door from the cat room into the bathroom need to be raised up. And then the door from the living room into the cat room has been off, but it's in there. I'm going to have them put that back on. So that if I have people over, I can close the door, both doors in the cat room, the one going into the bathroom and one going into the living room. And the cats, I have that room and the porch. And then if someone happens to leave the door open, I don't have to worry about the cats getting out. So I think that's going to work out good. See, a few more people came in here. Hello, Paul. Hello, Ace. Hello, Emily. Hello, Charlene. I guess that's everyone. Well, the chickies and the Keats are all doing good. I did have one of my Buffalo Orpingtons die a couple nights ago. Not exactly sure what happened there. But I've still got... I should have the Buffalo Orpington cockerel and 3 Buffalo Orpington pullets left. So eventually I'll probably get at least one, maybe 2 or 3 more Buffalo Orpingtons, but that won't be anytime soon. I won't be getting any more chicks this fall. Because I do like the Buffalo Orpingtons. Yes, Ace. Because I know a lot of people don't know how to shut doors. I've experienced that over the years. I never thought it was that hard. But some people do. Now, you don't get a door shut tight and it pops open is one thing. What irritates me is when someone knows I want the door shut and they just walk right through and leave it wide open. Nice, Emily. Yeah, it'd be better dealing with dogs all day than dealing with people. Hello, Eddie. Hello, dog catcher. I guess checking your channel out here, dog catcher. Not sub to you, but I am now. Oh, cool where you are. It's in the 80s here. No, Emily. They're all outside. I won't be having chicks inside anymore. Chicks are very messy and smelly. So now I'm getting situated where I can have them outside. So that's where they're going to be. Oh, newly hatched out chicks. Might keep them in the house for a week or two. But then they'll be going outside, either chicken coop or in the shed, wherever I end up getting set up to put them. Hello, Tony. Hello, Lee. Hello, Ed. Yeah, I'm not aware if he ever said what his name was, Reverend Joe. The new name you talk about there, Emily? You mean the breed I just talked about, Buff Orpington? They're very common. I hope everything's okay with her, Tony. Let Judy know we're all thinking about her. Oreo, that's my knee you just stepped on. Yeah, it hurts when you have close to a 15-pound cat step right on your knee. And he just keeps going like nothing happened. Hello, Rick. Oh, okay, Reverend Joe. I know he's been in one or two of my lives quite a while back. And I didn't remember saying what his name was. Because I know someone asked him. Okay, Emily. I'll put it in chat here in a minute. No, Rick. I I'm not against raising anything for meat, but I'm not the one that does that. Any animals that I raise aren't for food. Well, to be eaten, I should say. Well, I have chickens for their eggs. No, Ace. They're two different people. Oh, yeah, that's fine, Rick. In fact, later this week, I'm going to be going to get some beef that was raised locally. Or that pork they had. No, I guess it was pork they had. She said they would have beef at some point. All locally raised stuff. But go see what they have and get some. So it's not that I have anything against me. It's just I don't want to raise the animals for it. Yep, Emily. Hello, Randall. And I've seen you around, Randall. Maybe you've been to my live before. Can't remember. Okay, you have been to my live before. I couldn't remember if you had been or not, but I know I've seen you on other people's lives. Yeah, I haven't been doing too bad. But recently found out that my hip is bad. Okay, Rick. Well, told about the chickens. Now I'll give you a little update on the dogs. They're doing great. And I think they're glad that the pork is nearing completion. Because now they have a place to hang out without having to walk across the floor joists. And it's a lot easier for me to feed and water them now. Because I can just go out the front door and right there. Where before, I had to shut the electric fence off, move the fence, walk around the house, or when they did get most of the boards put back on the porch, I was walking over and then was able to step over the gap that was still there. But works out much better this way. They're loving it and they are really doing good. Oh, okay, Randall. Yeah, if I don't see someone in here for a while, I kind of forget information about them. And we're just barely starting to fall foliage here in Arkansas. There's a few trees that are just starting to turn. We've got probably about 3 weeks before it peaks. Well, the cats are all doing good. You see, Thursday, I believe it is. Yes, Thursday. Dino and Oreo are going for the rest of their blood work and their vaccinations. And then still have to get Daisy, Domino. Yeah, I think Daisy and Domino are the only two adult cats that haven't had any blood work done. And most of the rest of them will need to get it finished up. They had all the rest of them have had the chemistry panel done, but I'm going to have the CBC done on all of them and have them tested for feline leukemia and FIV, I think it is. The ones I've had tested so far have all been negative. And then the kittens, they'll probably wait a little bit because one of the vets told me that they normally don't do blood work on kittens unless they're sick. Like she said, the blood work really doesn't do much good unless they're sick when they're that young. Sweetie did get her second set of vaccinations last week, and she got her rabies shot. So she needs her third set of shots. And Felix hasn't had his shots yet. Then I guess the adult cats, they need 2 sets of shots because none of them have ever had them. And she said the first time you should do 2. Hello, John. Yeah, no, Randall, it's getting cold up there in New York. Because I still have WeatherBug set up to get notifications from up there. And I know this past week, frost advisory, freeze warning. And thank you for dropping links also, Ace. Hello, J&B. Well, you know, Reverend Joe, there's about as much of a chance of Ace behaving as there is of you behaving. Well, Ace, I love snow as long as someone else is getting it. Yeah, I had part of my supper, Katie. I'm afraid I might get hungry later. All I've had so far is a sweet potato. Bought some sweet potatoes yesterday. Or was it Friday I bought them? I don't know. It doesn't matter what day I bought them. But anyways, every year during the Bluegrass Festival at Turkey Track, there's a vendor sets up out by the road selling produce. He's got good price on sweet potatoes. They're about the same size sweet potatoes that I get in the grocery store, which I'm going to have to give up potatoes for temporarily because they don't fit in with the keto diet. But I got 8 of them anyways. I've already eaten 2 of them. Well, they were selling them 4 for $2. And the grocery store, they're 3 for $5. So a huge difference there. And he said you could get a big box of them for $27. I don't know if it the bushel box or what it was, because they didn't have any out there on the table. But he told me when I asked him the price of them, he said the baskets, which there was 4 in each basket, baskets are $2, or a big box of them is $27. I would have gotten some more. Last year I got quite a few of them. Actually, I think they were selling them by the pound last year. But anyways, since I'm going to have to stop having potatoes for a while, I didn't get too many of them. But I'm still researching the keto diet, trying to slowly transition some food over to it. Here before too awful long, I'll be right into it. Yep, Jamie. You probably heard in my lives here where Judy and Midnight Madness, and there might have been 1 or 2 other ones too, have been trying to get me to go to Grandma Crochet's channel. Well, I caught her live a week or so ago, and I've been to several of her lives since. And she talks about, she's on carnivore, so she talks about that. And something was mentioned about keto. And then Grandma and the ones in chat found out that I'm looking into doing something. And they suggested keto, because that's less restrictive than carnivore, but you can still get some good results from it. And from what I've been reading, you can easily lose. Well, at first, you'll lose 10, 15 pounds in a week or so, just like you do with any diet. And then after a couple weeks, you should be able to easily lose 4 pounds a week. So I'm going to give that a shot. I wish I didn't have to stop the potatoes, but that's one thing. Then there's certain fruits. I know bananas are a big no-no because they're very high in sugar. I gotta read that stuff over again. What fruits are allowed and what vegetables. I think with vegetables, with a few exceptions, it's mostly ground vegetables, no. And then I can't give up my sweetness, so I'm going to switch to stevia. In fact, when I was in the grocery store the other day, I picked up a package of that before I get a lot of it, just to make sure I do like it or I can tolerate it. Because I've never been big on those substitute sweeteners. But I got a small box for $4 so I can try that out and see how I like it. Because then I can still have sweetener, my tea, coffee, all that good stuff. No sweet potatoes or regular potatoes, Emily. Because they don't fit into that diet. If I'm remembering right, it's a starch in them. Because starch turns to sugar. And someone can confirm or correct me if I'm wrong on that. But it's no carbs or very low carbs and no sugar. Those are the two big things. I think you're allowed, I think 20 or 30 carbs a day, something like that. And a serving of a lot of your typical foods have like 40 or 50 carbs in it. So that would be more than twice the daily allowance. So that's why you got to try to keep carbs very low. Yep, Des was here right from the beginning. She came over as soon as Ed ended his live. Because I actually was listening to Ed's live right up till the end. I wasn't there when he clicked the end live button, but he was saying that he was ending, everyone come over here and stuff. And that's when I clicked him off and clicked go live. And Des was one of the first ones that came in. I think, like maybe the third one. Yeah, I love anything with sweet potatoes. I won't be giving them up permanently. What I'm going to do is get my weight down closer to where it needs to be. And then, and I have read that it's okay to do this once you get things under control. And then carefully eat some of the other foods. And if things start going the wrong way, you go back to the diet. Yep, I know what you mean, Reverend Joe. I love the seafood diet. Yeah, I haven't bought any sweet corn in quite a while. Because if I have corn on the cob, I have to cut it off anyways. With no teeth, makes it pretty difficult. Oh, thank you, Emily. Yeah, it could be carbs in the potatoes, dog texture. Hello, Intrepids. And just checking your channel out a little bit here. There you go. Now I'm subbed. Yes, JB, definitely. Because my BMI, body mass index, is 42.1 right now. They will do the surgery up to 45. Some places won't do it if it's more than 40, but they prefer it be less than 40. And I looked it up, and it won't take much to get down to a BMI of 40, but I want to go even lower than that. Because to get to a BMI of 40, I would have to lose about 15 pounds. But I definitely want to lose more than that. Oh, okay, Ace. Yeah, I know. I've seen the liquid advertised, seen the packets. Because I'll have to have packets to take with me if I go out somewheres. Because I've never seen stevia at a restaurant. And I'm not drinking coffee with no sweetener in it. But I would like to find, because I think it'd be cheaper, I'd like to find it in bulk, like cane sugar is. Yeah, I thought there was J and B. Nope, honey's not allowed. That was one thing I specifically looked up. No, there's no date set for the surgery, Jane B. But I can tell you there's no way it can be before the first of the year. Because of the injection that I had, that was September 22nd, I believe it is. And they can't do the surgery for at least 3 months after that. Because the steroids have to get out of my system. Um, yes, if I could find something like that, Dogcock, sure. Or even if I could find it in like a 2 or 3 pound bag, would be better than buying the packets. Because I know, like sugar, you can get 4 pounds of sugar for the price of, I don't know, maybe 100 of those little packets. And you're only going to have ounces with those packets. You know, the artificial sweeteners that I've had in the past, I know the one I absolutely cannot stand is the pink package. And I can't think of what that is. But that one I just absolutely cannot stand. The blue packets aren't the greatest, but they're okay. And the yellow packets, they're not too bad. Get away from their fly. Yep, sweet and low. Well, you might be surprised there, Eddie. I'll find out who the dog catcher is in your town and I'll send them after you. Okay, StreamYard showing I got 19 people in here. Yeah, they just updated now. Because every time I've looked at YouTube for the past 15 minutes, it said 17 people. So I didn't know if we were just holding steady or if it quit updating. Yeah, we know, Eddie. You're never really here. I can drink tea without sweetener, J and B. The coffee's the one I can't drink without sweetener, but tea I actually can. Hello, John. Hope I'm not missing anyone up through here. Almost missed John until I see where Ace had said John Bailey. Sorry about that. Well, go take a nap, Eddie. Your game will be there waiting for you when you wake up. Yeah, I don't think I could ever. I can drink my coffee without creamer. Not that's my favorite thing in the world, but I can. But I cannot drink it without sweetener. Well, that'd be fine, Eddie. Wake up at 3 o'clock, go out for a nice long jog in the morning. I could do that, J and B. Well, I didn't wake up at 3 o'clock this morning, Emily, but I think I was still up at 3. I went to church last night. That didn't start till midnight. And that gets over with like 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I probably was still up at 3. Well, what else we're going to talk about? Yeah, I've been doing pretty good. Obviously, today I wasn't up early, but I've been getting up around 6:30. Today it was about 10. Oh, yeah. Plastic must be good for you, Reverend Joe. My dogs chew on plastic all the time. And the other day, one of the guys left a water bottle on the porch over there. I hear dogs messing with something. Didn't know what it was at first. When I went over there, I figured it out. Dry day, hadn't rained in several days, so everything's dry. There's water all over the porch and a chewed up bottle. Yep. If someone was planning on coming back in the morning and having their water from the day before, they're not going to have it now. It's his regular time, J&B. Reverend Dream has his services at 11:50 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. And then on Sunday, he has the music thing at 6 o'clock. And I actually make more of his 11:50 services than I do his 6 o'clock services. Because at 6 o'clock, I might be doing something. There's other lives on at that time and stuff. Yeah, that's right, Reverend Joe. If it said one serving is a bottle, eat that bottle. Well, he does his preaching in Russellville, just outside of Russellville. But I'm in Wadron when I'm watching it. Yeah, he does YouTube lives for his services. He doesn't have an actual building that's a church. His channel is a church. I gotta tell you what the cats did to me last night. Oh, they've been teasing God on the porch, but I know I need to make that a little more secure out there. But I figured, yeah, it'll probably be okay for them. And I wanted to have the door open so I could hear the music from Turkey Track, which ended up being last evening. They didn't have any music. I don't know why. They did in the afternoon. But anyways, I noticed my outside light came on. Well, that really shouldn't be coming on. But I'm thinking maybe possum walked by or something made it come on. Don't pay any attention, which I should have. Then I'm getting ready to go outside and get up towards the door. The screen door on the porch is open. The original hook and eye on there, the hook is still there, but the eye got broke by someone being smart, you know what? Because I had it locked because I was in here and he wanted to come in, so he just yanked on it until it broke. Well, wasn't too happy about that, but it happened anyways. So I put a fence staple in there to hook it into, but it doesn't hook quite as good in the fence staple. But I've been living with it for quite a while now. Probably 7, 8, 9 months. But I'm going to have to replace that now and reinforce the door a little bit before they go back out there to make sure that's not going to come open again. Ended up having, I think it was 6 of the cats out. The Oreo, Domino, Fluffy, and Felix, I think it was. They came back in. No problem. Then Teddy and Sanford are still out there. They make me chase them around for 15 minutes. And they're running down the driveway towards the road. Never left the yard, but they're just running around out there. Finally, apparently Teddy got tired out. He just lays down, lets me walk right up to him, pick him up. So walk up to him, pick him up, start carrying him towards the house. Sanford comes in on the porch because you know at this point, game over. Comes in on the porch, stands by the door, waits for me to open the door. So I got them all back in here. I know ginger ale is pretty good for upset stomachs too. Hello, Joanne. Yep. Like herding cats. And another thing that is good for an upset stomach is I think it was Pure Leaf tea. They had what was that? Had mint in it anyways. That was good. Did they discontinue that? I wasn't able to find it. Because I could order that on Amazon also. After I couldn't find it in the stores anymore. Then all of a sudden Amazon didn't have it. Well, I was working at the store at that time. And I think it was a Pepsi product. If I remember right. Well, he was in there taking the order. And I asked him about it. No, they discontinued it. So there went that. Hello, Wanda. But I was glad I was able to get all the cats back in here. They'll be happy once we get moved into the big house and they have the catio. I don't even think they'll try to go out the door then. Because they just wanted to go out and do a little exploring. Never happy to come back in. Oh, that's a good idea, Reverend Joe. Never thought of that. Oh, time for you guys to take over now. I've got everyone updated. Now I just need some help to keep the live going. Are you going to go live tonight, Wanda? Domino, come on over. Domino. Oh, she looked over this way. I thought maybe she was going to come, but I guess not. Okay, Wanda. Okay, Des. You have a good night. Domino. Come on. Come on, Domino. She's thinking about it. You know, some reason, most of the cats are on the cat tree today. They have been last couple days. Sweetie's been on the cat tree ever since she was big enough to climb up there. And Felix really likes the cat tree. But those last couple days, Daisy's been over there on it. Dino. Dixie's even over on the cat tree today. I don't think I've ever seen her on a cat tree before. Fluffy likes it. Yeah, it's starting to get dark here, J&B. And it was clear here today. Well, I'm glad you're healing, Joe. Yeah, I hate having a bad Wi-Fi connection, Katie. I've got good of a connection as you can have. I'll just drop back one bar. And my router's over in the other house. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of something else to talk about. And coming into the holiday season, I am going to have some merchandise to be given away. Nothing too big, but I'm thinking about doing I don't know, giveaway or two or three. Thinking a coffee cup with some stickers in it. And I've got a new logo now. It's actually a combination of my other two logos. I'm going to be getting some stickers done of that. So I'm thinking a coffee mug with some stickers in it, key ring, poker chip, some stuff like that. Well, I would ground her, Joanne. Yeah, Eddie. I know a place that I can get stuff made. She probably would even do some stuff for your channel, too. Her name's Jamie. You might know her. I've seen her in quite a few lives. A nice Wanda. There's not a bad day any time of the year to have a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm glad you had a talk with her, Joanne. Well, why won't she make you a shirt, Eddie? Did you pay her? She's not going to do that for free. You got to pay her. I think that's the problem. Or if you got a piece of pumpkin pie left over, Wanda, throw it in the mail. I haven't had any homemade pumpkin pie in years. Well, Katie, sometimes you can keep alive going at 144. It's just very blurry. I've never heard of the legend of Boogie Creek dog texture. Well, of course she is, Eddie. She's a woman. That's her job. Because I probably shouldn't be saying anything because I want her to make some merchandise for me, and she might not hear what I just said. Nice, Wanda. Yep, Wanda, that's the way it normally is. Speaking of that, I might still have some turkey in the freezer from last Thanksgiving. No, I ate most of it, but I think there's still some in there I forgot about. It doesn't work that way, Eddie. Yeah, I want to start buying shirts from her, Joanne. Those ones I've been getting from Sticker Mule, they're cheap, but very poor quality. They were $9 when they had them on sale. Now they raised them to 14, but they sure didn't raise the quality of them. In fact, the last one I got, first time I washed it, cold water, turned it inside out and everything, and it just started peeling. Our Columbus Day is Canada's Thanksgiving Day, Emily. So the second Monday in October. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Emily. I'm going to try those. Because it'll be worth it to pay a few dollars more and have something that's going to hold up. Plus, it's not just the logo I've had issues with. I've had issues with the quality of the shirts that Sticker Mule uses too. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving either. I know last year one of the churches put on a Thanksgiving dinner. Because so many places around here close on Thanksgiving. It's hard to get a meal out anywhere. I cooked it last year, but I don't know if I'll be doing that this year. Well, that's good, Joanne. Nope, I forgot all about that, Emily. I'm sorry. There it is. That's not a new breed. That's been around for a long, long time, Emily. I've got a crock pot, Wanda. Okay, Robin. Thanks for letting me know. Remember last week, everyone, where we went to Reverend Dream's channel and he played my song? Well, I'm number 7, and they're on number 5 right now. So I'll probably be in this soon and go over there. Yes, sometimes the sale items at Sticker Mule are good, Emily, but the shirts are just not good quality. Price is great on them, but the quality's just not there. I've had key rings done there. They were 10 key rings for $10, I think it was, or something like that. So price was good. And they were good quality too. The only thing I don't like about them is they're single sided. They're not double sided. Um, I had a poster done there too. Wouldn't want to pay full price for it, but that was on sale. Got a real good deal on it. That came out nice. I've never had any stickers done there. Well, I can't say that. I think I did have 10 stickers for $1 done there once. Getting a promotional deal. But I'd never pay the price for their stickers. They are expensive. Yeah, I don't have a good place in here for a crock pot, Wanda. But when I get moved over to the big house, That'd be sitting right there on the shelf. Yep, I probably will be too, Ace. Well, the turkey's not the issue, Wanda. It's all the other stuff goes along with it. Last year, I bought a Thanksgiving dinner. Harp sells a complete Thanksgiving dinner. But then you gotta warm everything up and just kind of a pain. Yep, Robin's saying that everyone gotta go to Reverend Dream's channel and vote for me. And she did post a link for the live. I just pinned that. Yeah, Emily, I really like those Buffalo Orpingtons. They're a very friendly bird. They're a beautiful bird, too. Okay. Yeah, I think it's about time that we call it a night tonight. Well, thank you, Wanda. I'm going to go over to Reverend Dream's channel now. The link to his live is pinned at the top. If anyone wants to go over, my song will be coming up soon. I want to thank everyone for being here. I appreciate it. I'll have another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. Either have a good night or I'll see you at Reverend Dreams. Thank you, everyone. Oh, it helps if remember I'm not using the touch screen. There we go.